Hello, friends, and welcome to Story Time. Today's story is not a story at all. It's a book about monster trucks put together by Susan E. Goodman and Michael J. Doolittle. It's a little bit of a longer book, but it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. And I'm holding this one a little bit differently because I'm going to be zooming in on some of the pictures so that you can see things better because they're kind of small. All right, monster trucks. A monster truck is born. Bob Chandler loved his pickup truck. He liked driving it over rocks and mud. Bob got bigger tires so he could do that. Then Bob thought the truck needed more power, so he added a bigger engine. Bob kept making his truck bigger and stronger. That's how the first monster truck was born. Bob named it Bigfoot. He took Bigfoot to car shows. Fans loved this supersized machine. Soon, other people began building monster trucks of their own. Then Bob had a new idea. He drove his truck over some old cars. Bigfoot flattened them into a car pancake. The crowds loved it. Monster trucks had a new trick. Before long, people started to race monster trucks. The trucks were already strong, and now they had to be fast, too. Some trucks have crazy names like Nightmare, the Crashmaster, and Toasaurus Rex. Some are painted to look like wild creatures, but they all roar like monsters. This one's called the Tailgater. You can see it's got some crocodile green there and a red eye and some little crocodile teeth too. Or, I'm sorry, it must be an alligator, right? Because it's called Tailgater. So, alligator teeth, alligator red eye, alligator green. Look at what these monsters can do. Monster trucks are amazing. They are very heavy, yet they can jump more than 20 feet in the air. Huge motors help them fly. These motors can be 6 times more powerful than a car engine, and they make a lot of noise, too. Look how high in the air that thing is. It's got a crazy face. Monster trucks can go fast. They use a lot of fuel when they race. They burn almost 1 gallon of fuel each second. Monster trucks spin, they plow through mud. They roll over cars and crush them like bugs. That one's also got a crazy face. They usually ride on 4 wheels, but at times they just use 2. Sometimes a truck comes down from a jump a little too hard. This one lost a wheel. Don't worry, the crew can fix almost anything. What makes it a monster? A monster truck is a monster. It's huge. It weighs about 10,000 pounds. That is as heavy as an elephant. Its tires are huge too. They're at least 66 inches high, and each one can weigh 900 pounds. 66 inches, that's almost as tall as me. Here are the parts of a monster truck. All right, now this one we do got to zoom in on because it's kind of hard to see. Okay, this is the body, this colorful part. This is the roll cage. This is a clear plastic floor. These are the shocks. They help when the car lands to make it not so bumpy. This is the drive shaft that controls the wheels. This is the engine in here. This large metal piece, this is the frame. And of course, these are the tires. In here, these are the exhaust pipes. And that's everything. Here is a monster truck frame without the body. Monster trucks make many jumps. They go over lots of bumps. Cars and trucks have parts called shocks, and the shocks soften the ride. Monster trucks need super shocks. A special gas pedal keeps the driver's foot in place during bumpy rides. That's where your foot gets, you can put your foot in there so it doesn't slip around. Look closely at a monster truck. Too close. Okay. This body is all one piece. Its doors and headlights are not real. They're just painted on. The steering wheel turns the front tires. Drivers have a special lever to steer the back ones. This is pointing to the lever. There it is. This helps the truck make tighter turns. Racing can be dangerous, so monster trucks have extra safety features. A metal roll cage protects the driver if the truck tips over. Drivers wear 5-point safety belts. So if you use a car seat, a big car seat, where you have a seatbelt that comes over your shoulders, that's the same kind of seatbelt that you would wear if you were driving a monster truck. A fire extinguisher is kept close by in case there's any problems. Clear plastic floors also help drivers stay safe. Monster trucks are so tall that the drivers cannot see the track right in front of them, so they need to know if it's clear to come down from a wheelie. So they look through their floors to find out. The biggest and the best. Monster truck drivers like to set records, so they try new tricks. In 1999, Bigfoot tried a stunt never done before. Monsters had jumped over cars, they had sailed over trucks. This time, Bigfoot would fly over a plane. Bigfoot's engine roared. Driver Dan Runty had to go at least 60 miles an hour to make it over the jet. He raced up the ramp faster than that, and Bigfoot soared into the air over the jet. There's the plane. Bigfoot set 2 records that day. Dan set a new monster truck speed record by going almost 70 miles an hour, and Bigfoot jumped 202 feet. That's Dan the driver right there. Another time, Ghost Rider did the first backflip ever completed at a show. That looks terrifying. Just saying, guys. Woo! Black Stallion was the first to fly over a moving target. Monster trucks often jump cars that are standing still, but this red monster was driving right at Black Stallion. All right, let me get closer so you can see what's going on here. Going up the ramp, going off the ramp, coming down, over the red truck, and then down the ramp. Bigfoot 5 is the world's tallest monster truck. Its tires are 10 feet tall. That's probably about as tall from your floor to your ceiling. Maybe even taller than that. Depends on what kind of house you live in. Stunts and records are great, but many people love races the best. Getting ready for a show. The show starts tomorrow. Thrasher's crew gets ready to go. Crews sometimes travel hundreds of miles to compete. That is a lot of driving to race for just a few minutes. Monster trucks are not allowed to drive on public roads. They must ride in trailers, but they're too big to fit in, so drivers replace the giant tires with smaller ones. Look at that big old monster truck with teeny tiny tires. So small. Then they drive the trucks in. They also pack spare parts. Racing causes a lot of breakdowns. At the track, workers are busy. They're preparing the course. Forklifts stack cars in piles, and bulldozers push dirt into mounds. Trucks pack the dirt down. They're making strong ramps so the monster trucks can fly. The drivers arrive and unload their trucks. They put the big tires back on and they make sure everything is working right. Woo! Then they wash their trucks down. Monsters and their drivers are ready to star in their show. What? The little one is called Pork Chop. It's showtime. The monster trucks rumble onto the track. The crowd cheers. It's time to race. Monster trucks race 2 at a time. Each pair lines up side by side. The drivers rev their engines. The crowd begins the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go! The trucks soar over the first ramp. They fly over the second one. They hit the third at full speed. These trucks get a lot of airtime. Freestyle time is another part of the show. The drivers do whatever stunts they want. Big Dog is crushing the vans. Avenger is going to jump high. The driver straightens the tires, and when the wheels hit the cars, the driver guns the motor. Up it goes. General Tire does a donut. This means that the truck drives in small circles. The driver steers the front tires to the left and uses the lever to turn the rear tires to the right. The monster truck goes round and round. Look at that mud fly. The monster trucks are done, but the next event is fun too. The drivers come out to be with their fans. The show is over. There will be another one soon. Over 12 million people go to monster truck shows each year. Monster trucks race all over the world. That's because they are monstrously fun. The end.